There you go. Hello, YouTube.
Oh, hi.
Small
We're
Screen
live.
Spoiler Show, episode number 36. Beginning just shortly.
I was not prepared.
Hold on.
Huh. So I tried to open a PNG, and it doesn't give me an option with... Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go. Sorry. So I'm back. Hello. Hi.
What up, yo?
I love you all very much.
Full
Just let you all
screen.
know that.
Alright. And screen... Nope, we want that one right there. Ha-ha! Alright.
There we go.
Oh, hide that. I don't need that thing down at the bottom. It's like, you sure you want to show this? Yes. Yes, I do. Alright. You are screen sharing. Present to everyone. What does that even mean?
You are now presenting to everyone. Congratulations.
Oh, so it takes over y'all screens? I like it.
Does it?
I don't know. Did it?
No, I mean, didn't for me. Just for you.
So you can see the Geek.io thing right now, correct?
Yes.
Hey, what changes right now?
It says you are now presenting to everyone.
I don't
No,
understand what
you
the
just
difference
took
is.
Over, I think you turned off auto switch for the live people.
Oh yeah, you did.
I think is what you did.
You turned off auto switching.
Oh, okay.
I think is what you did.
Well, that's kind of helpful. And I can stop presenting. Now somebody
There
talk.
you go.
Hi,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Look at that.
Dude, Buzz
Isn't
Long, shut
that
up.
neat?
There we go.
Huh.
You learn something new every day.
Sweet action. All right. And that's going to stay up there no matter what because I set it to screen share the item and not my screen. So I can go back to...
Yes, you can go
Everything
back
else.
to your Artemis. That's fine.
No, I'm not playing Artemis. I am trying to pull up other crap, though. Where is it?
All right.
Oh, close
So,
enough. All right, so you're good?
are you
All right.
recording?
No. Why would I be- That was my next step. I was trying to get everything else ready. That's what I was saying earlier. I haven't done this in so long. Yeah, you have to bear with me. S for...
This is why you probably shouldn't have went live. I told you specifically to do it when you're ready.
We're on pre-show, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You know, we're only 34 minutes late.
Look, whose computer decided to crap out? Not mine. Burn!
Didn't win anything hardly today.
I know.
Makes me so sad.
All right, audio hardware. I need to switch this to USB. All right, somebody talk.
Talking.
Acevedo.
Hi, how's it going? Beebity-beebity-beebity-beebity-boo.
Okay, cool. That actually works rather well. All right. I am officially recording.
All right.
And
So, play that funky music, white boy, in 5, 4, 3.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek.io holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve the sort of language usually reserved for sailors on leave. If you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
This is the Small Screen Spoiler Show, where we discuss and spoil your favorite television shows. So if you have not watched what we're discussing, you might want to come back later. This is your final...
Spoiler warning! I got to warn you. You're doomed to stay. Go. Go.
1, 2, 3, go!
Spoilers.
That's right. Once again, it is time for the Small Screen Spoiler Show, episode number 36. That's right, it's actually episode 36 this week. I am CJ Squat Cobbler Boat. That guy over there is Jared, who turned out the color. It's funny because he lives in Alabama as a Vito.
Wait, what? I don't think
What?
so.
And, of course, our invisible third chair is the one and the only Daryl. I'm hot, I got sand in my shorts, and I want to go home, Shaler. And our special producer helper, because my computer is not wanting to record anything today, is Jared, no walls, disrupting my chi, Budlong.
You know it. What's going on, guys?
Definitely has no
This is
walls
now-
disrupting his chi.
This is now, like, twice as much as I've seen Budlong in the last year, so...
It's kind of crazy. I know.
It is.
That's not true.
So, for the most part...
You spent a weekend with Budlong, don't lie.
True. So for the most part, Budlong will be hiding in the corner because he probably has not watched any of the shows that we are talking about, which include Agent Carter Season 2, Episode number 8, The Edge of Mystery, and Episode 9, A Little Song and Dance, and Better Call Saul Season 2, Episode 2, Cobbler.
Cobbler.
Hold on. I haven't done this in forever.
You could only button the buttons.
All the buttons. Button the
Yeah.
buttons.
It's turned down.
2 more episodes of Agent Carter this week, and as we come to the end of Season 2, the creators seem to have realised they're close to the finale because a lot of stuff happens. In The Edge of Mystery, vengeance is sought, crosses are doubled, and allegiances are renewed, and the only downside is that Deus Telex Machina from Howard Stark, who apparently is too expensive for more than a couple of appearances per season, but he is capable of sending complex machinery schematics in the form of mathematical equations. Oh, and the SSR teleporter is confirmed to work internationally now, because why not? But then that stomach hole of Peggy's seems to have healed up enough for her to kick ass again, so maybe they just hung around a waiting room for a couple of months while Jack Thompson went to London to complain about video games. In Once More with Feeling, Agent Carter is dancing in the stars with an opening musical number that manages to be excessive in both duration and exposition, while also being pretty entertaining. Of course, it's that old trick of using a bright musical number to contrast against a harsh reality. Was a Whedon involved in this one? And the reality isn't too harsh, since Peggy wore her particularly hideous pantsuit with a metal-melting belt. After that, everyone betrays everyone else, but this time in the name of doing good, and Ghost Dad decides to explode in front of Madame Mask, which is no doubt the equivalent of trying to drown Popeye in spinach.
Yes.
So this is what happens when I don't do the producing. Daryl comes on earlier than he's supposed to, as opposed to later than he's supposed to. So I mean, there's that.
It's all fine. It's all good.
It is. At least he got played.
Wait, did I screw up?
Yes, you did. It's all right.
Oh no! But the next
I
thing
didn't
is,
introduce the show yet.
you guys paused, and I freaked out, so I played the big purple button.
Ah.
TJ was distracted by external things. It's not your fault, Budlong. Don't feel
Oh, okay. I was like, there was a pause, and I'm supposed to play a clip next, so I played a clip. So, oh well.
All right. Both Longs know with this. We understand. So, that all happened. So, episode 8 is The Edge of Mystery, has an 8.4 on MDB, and episode 9, Once More with Feeling, is an 8.5 on MDB.
A little song and dance.
Yeah, a little song and dance, but yes, it's Ooh, boy.
Oh boy. Oh
One of these
boy.
episodes. Yeah, it's very obvious that the next episode is the season, that's air quotes for audio listeners, finale.
The finale.
Yep. Oh boy, yeah. So we found out that pretty much Howard Stark invented the Hulk
Yes.
with his
With his gamma gun.
with his magic mathematics.
Dropping gamma rays right here in this episode. Which should we just go ahead and talk about the gamma gun? Let's talk about the gamma gun.
Yes,
Because I mean,
let's
just
start
in case anyone was questioning, any corner of your mind had doubts that this was not a live action Golden Age comic. I present to
Yes.
you
We have a steampunk gamma gun.
steampunk gamma gun.
Oh man, that thing
Also
rolled out.
also the episode title, The Edge of Mystery, which
Yes.
come on. It's like straight from a Golden Age comic.
Right? Yeah, just Mr. I'm actually fairly sure that was a comic book name, if I pulling my memory correct.
I'm sure there is. I'd research
Sure.
it, but that takes work.
Indeed. So yeah, that was. um, so yeah, I mean, this entire episode is just slapsticky, like serious slapsticky, but it's still at this point you are one cutaway to a bam when somebody gets punched away from 1960s Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which
pretty much.
is a great thing. Don't get me wrong.
But it did get really serious at some parts, man. There was some heavy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, freaking
I mean,
Jarvis
sad Jarvis was sad.
You said Jarvis, yeah. This episode brought on the feels, man. Like, it got real dusty in my room when this episode was on. Real dusty. Little tear came out. I'm not gonna lie.
Just a little tear.
Little tear. It was
moisture.
A little moisture. It was very sad watching him go through, the trauma of, just praying his wife gets better, and then apparently he really wanted kids because that obviously struck him to his very core.
I know. Miss Jarvis survives, but there
No
were
babies.
complications. So sorry, Jarvis.
Dun 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 dun. It's okay because
Done.
because you sometimes meet wouldn't surprise me if there was a third season of this if her clone showed up or her identical cousin showed up.
Say what?
Exactly.
They're not going that crazy, are they?
It would not surprise me if they did. That's not going to happen next episode. Then this next episode is obviously going to be full blown Madame Mask craziness. And it would not surprise me if the full out Shield and Hydra get dropped in next episode.
Well, they got to do something. I mean,
Yeah.
got to wrap this up. We only got
Yeah.
one episode left. So what exactly? Well, I know it's the next episode. I'll wait for that. Never mind.
I mean, in this episode, like, the cannon blew up and then, like, point blank got a shot from Jarvis, which is awesome. Like,
Whoa, dang. Go Jarvis. Fortunately,
man.
her Zero Matter gives her Wolverine powers. So
Yeah.
that didn't work out.
I still want to see Zero Matter Venom. Like, that is my ideal thing. Is I want to see Zero Matter Venom.
Hey, it's
That
in
would be
it's in the
cool,
Marvel
man.
universe.
Exactly. There's no reason because I mean they're
Except for the whole Sony
strongly
thing.
trying to hint that it's not Kree. Just still think it's Kree.
Maybe. Well, it's something. It seems to be
Yeah.
made out of the same stuff the Portal was made out of in Shield. Maybe. Probably.
Maybe it might be like the anti version of that.
Maybe.
Like the Portal teleports things to you to things, but Zero Matter teleports things to you or something. I don't know. I'm because they haven't spelled it out yet.
Got
No,
sucked into the vortex.
yeah. And it obviously is sentient-ish
Apparently.
because it only chose Ghost Dad.
Yeah, it only took Ghost Dad and left Madame Mask in the dirt. Sad and
Madame Mask.
alone.
Yeah, sad and lonely
Angry.
and still a supermodel.
Hey, wait.
I do like how they're like, oh,
Baby!
I do like how everybody's like, oh, nobody will miss Whitney Frost. I'm like, do you guys not forget that she is like the world's greatest actress at this point in time?
She's
No,
kinda famous.
lots of people are going to miss her if she dies. People will come after you.
Bad things are gonna happen.
I mean, it's just like, oh, nobody will miss Leonardo DiCaprio because he does some bad things that nobody in the public knows about. So we're free to kill him just because.
Well, he has alien superpowers that lets him absorb people.
So you
or
know.
something. I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, why do you think he just now got his Oscar? Because he went into the council of Oscar nominees of 9. It's like, all right, suck you up, suck you up, suck you up. You guys are gonna vote for me.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to interject. Have you
Sure.
guys seen anything about Dawn's Plum?
I'm sorry. What did you call me?
Okay, so you
Who's
mentioned
what now?
you mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio, and back in, God, I want to say it was like hold on, let me pull it up because I want to say it's back in the 90s. Here, let me just switch to camera. Let's see. blah 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 back in wow
blah, blah,
really
blah, 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 blah.
does he not give you a year like first and foremost? That's dumb. Okay, so basically when Leonardo DiCaprio was like first starting off, we're talking like starting to get into movies like old school. Think
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
ish. Maybe even maybe probably after that though. So he decided to agree. He'd agreed to do a movie with a friend of his or several friends of his. And now there's been some dispute whether they originally thought it was going to be a movie or if it was going to be like a short. Whatever the case is, he's literally blocking this indie film from being shown in the U.S. because of the character he played, supposedly, because he's like all about some rape and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. You can watch it online by going to freedonsplum.com. Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio are blocking it every year from being released in the United States. Now you can't. That means you can't buy it. But the owner of the property basically is like, if you want it, email me and I'll send you a link. Like you can watch it. We just can't sell it in the U.S. It's nuts.
Derails the episode.
You mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio, and that's been in the news
Apparently
here
that
recently. Anyway, I'm gonna jump back.
Trigger warning, Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay?
Yep.
Trigger warning, Leo DiCaprio, Don. Is that D-A-W-N or D-O-N?
D-O-N, like the yeah, like a guy, Don.
Like Donald.
D-O-N-P-L-U-M.
All right, I'm still putting the question mark at the end of it.
Understood.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see a movie
called Dawn's
Plum.
Plum. So yeah, the Age of Mystery is an 8.4. Like, I don't know. I kind of agree with it because as much fun as this is, it is becoming a little strenuous sometimes. And then they throw in a steampunk gamma gun, and it's like, it's funny again. And then like sad Jarvis shoots Whitney Frost point blank, and like, yeah, whoa.
Well, that was dark. Like promises you can't keep. Here's my last will and testament. Like, wow,
Yeah.
okay, jeez.
Yeah, man.
Sad Jarvis is sad.
Oh man, yeah. It's like he went to Rose and was like, oh no.
But we still had Manfredi for some comic relief. too.
Yeah, he was still there with his weird accent.
His weird accent and random things.
Yeah, very random.
Ugh. I'm hot. I
the
can
most
stand in my pants. I
random
just want to go
gangster.
home. You can't keep somebody in the back of a truck. Jeez. I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat.
Yes.
This place is a dump. Waste management facility. Right.
I wasn't expecting that one. Like that one genuinely caught me off guard, and I was giggling like a schoolgirl for a couple of minutes after that one.
I don't know. He's just fantastic.
He is, and again,
he's my
just
favorite villain
so
on the show.
absurd. Yes.
He's just wacky. I love him.
I want him to have some kind of wacky superpower all of a sudden, or at least like his hat is razor lined or something. I just want him to do something like so obscenely over the top.
You want him to be Odd Job? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
basically, yes. I want Manfredi to be on the job. A tall, more Brooklyn-ish.
But yeah, I'm not sure what that accent is.
Also, I think they've pretty much given up the fact that there are two separate offices and they both look different. In both of these episodes, they liberally just exchanged set pieces for the L.A. office and the New York office.
Yes, that was a bit lost there. And then
Magical teleporting airplane.
Thompson's in London, getting
And then not.
planted evidence, and then not in London. Man, that was a quick turnaround.
SSR teleportation, man.
It's where it is. It's where it's at.
Fantastic, man. Jeez.
I know. I had a good time. It was a little heavy there at points, with all the Miss Jarvis stuff, but mostly was okay in the end.
Yeah, I mean, this
sure
particular
what Jarvis-
episode, The Edge of Darkness, I mean, it was dark. I mean, this was probably the darkest episode of the entire season so far.
yeah.
But I
Edge of
mean,
Mystery.
yeah, Edge of Mystery, yeah. But then, like, then you have, steampunk gamma gun and magical mathematics.
Which is fantastic.
I mean, and it's obvious. I do like how also, if you're a comic book historian, speaking of Golden Age comic books, around this time, magic disappears. Before around where this is set in the 40s and 50s, magic completely disappeared because of the atomic bomb. And then all of a sudden, everybody is all about atomic stuff and radiation stuff. So,
And
like...
Aliens?
And Aliens. No, it came in the 60s.
Just trying
But
to
during...
work in zero matter here.
Yeah, them's Inhumans. I still say them's Inhumans.
Or some Kree something.
Yeah,
Some Kree something zero matter.
exactly. Because they still, I mean, the producers promised us some connection to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if nothing else. And they still haven't really paid that off yet.
No. I started rumors of connections to
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, and
Yeah, and there's not been anything on that one either.
not unless there's going to be zero matter in Doctor Strange, which...
I mean, that's a possibility, but I mean,
Maybe.
at least, like, how are we going to store the zero matter? Okay, I know a guy. He has a Sanctum Sanctorum. Good, I'm good with that. Let's just stick it with that. Because there will be there was a Doctor Strange before Bender Snatch Dumbledor's Doctor Strange. There's always a Sorcerer Supreme, and they always have a Sanctum Sanctorum. By the way, Sorcerer Supreme and Sanctum Sanctorum are incredibly hard to say in short form.
Yes. I just want to hear Benedict Cumberbatch say that.
Right? Yeah,
He
I just want to hear...
He can't say penguin, so... How's he going to say that?
Sanctum Sanctorum.
We have the
It's just going to sound like all
Emperor
sorts of Harry
Penguin.
Potter.
What?
It's going to be a Harry Potter spell throughout the entire movie.
I'm okay with this.
Oh, I can't wait for that movie.
I'm getting pretty psyched about it.
Yes. So yeah, the Edge of Mystery. Yeah, 8.4 is probably right. Like mid-8s is where I would give it to.
Yeah.
So what else do you have on the Edge of Mystery?
Not a whole lot, but I've got comparing notes between Madam Mask and Ghost Dad,
Yeah.
Dr. Wilkes. Come on, let's compare notes. Physicist. What? No. Oh, come on. What happened in there?
What did you see? Oh, yeah. Now I want to know what your eyes are like 8 balls is what I was gonna have as your nickname. Be.
Oh, yes.
Dang it.
And good old-fashioned beat down on poor Sousa there
Yep.
from old Jerk Red.
From Red from 70 Show.
And
Who's
then,
aging like old
so
cheese.
Thompson, is he good or is he bad, or I am so confused as to his motivations
Yeah,
right now.
he's double crossing the double crossers, then double crossing the double crossers, and then crossing those double crossers to double cross the other double crossers.
He's helping the good guys to beat the bad guys so that he can be the bad guy to be the good guy to kill the thing and
You know,
do the what's it.
on that storyline, I'm kind of glad this is going to be the last season because inevitably, that dude's going to be Grant Ward if this would have continued on.
Oh goodness, yes.
And we both of us have the same opinion of Grant Ward.
Well, Grant Ward's a space zombie now, so
Yeah, but he's still Grant Ward, and that's still going to irritate the crap out of me.
but who knows? We're gonna see where this whole space zombie thing goes. You know.
Space zombie, mother. So, little song and dance. Wake up, pretty musical number. And,
What? What's
yeah, I'm like,
happening? Where's this
what
going
is-
on?
I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense. There for a second, they switched over to the 1940s diner, and I forgot that was the name of the diner from season 1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we're gonna get Steve Rogers. Oh, right. No, I like how in her mind it goes
Ford
from
Steve
her
Rogers. What are you
brother
talking about?
to the two new guys and completely ignoring, Captain freaking America. I mean, at least you could have done is like have the shield, like the shield from Captain America 1 show up or something.
Yeah.
In that,
At least they acknowledge that Angie still exists.
Yeah, she existed. She even got one of the top billings in the episode. If you look at her, like,
Like she popped up and was like, "Angie, what are you doing here?" Angie.
like, hey, it's Angie. She's still pretty
They
as
brought her
ever.
back for a scene. Good. I'm glad. Because they really set her up to be like, an
Yeah.
important character in the first season, and man, she hasn't even been mentioned since.
Yeah, they literally, except for Donnie, they've completely ignored everybody from season 1.
We got Thompson, Sousa, and
Rose.
Rose, that's right.
That's it for the SSR. That's it for the SSR people.
And Dottie, that's right. Dottie was
And Dottie.
She carried over.
Yeah, but like everybody else, just doesn't matter. They're in New York, but apparently we can get there in 33 seconds. So
Yeah, it seems legit. So let's sing and dance.
I'm not liking the name of the next episode and what it currently has on IMDb. By the way,
I remember glancing at it, but I've already
Hollywood
forgotten
Ending and has a 7.8 right now.
it. Uh-oh. It's a little early, though. It may change.
I'm still trying to figure out, by the way, if that was actually them at least recording the singing, because it was obvious that they were doing Glee lip syncing during the entire song and dance number.
I don't know if it was. Sousa and Peggy Carter have nice voices.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Those
doubt
their voices.
I don't doubt that Peggy Carter has a voice, has a good voice, just because she's amazing at everything she possibly does. But
Fair.
like, I'm also glad that they didn't have him handicapped through the entire thing. You're like, all right, because I know he is a classically trained dancer. And if you ever get around to watching Dollhouse one of these years, you actually get to see him in his full dancing glory. So, I mean, it would not surprise me if that was actually their voices, at least recorded by them. Obviously, like I said, they were totally gleeing that entire thing up. That thing was super gleed.
Super gleed. I'm just glad you're turning glee into a verb now.
Stop trying to make Glee a thing. Glee's never gonna happen. But yeah, just oh man.
Mommy and
This
Daddy
episode.
fighting.
Yeah, Mommy and Daddy were fighting the entire time. That was awkward.
I didn't like it. Like,
No.
no.
They're not supposed to be fighting. Stop
Peggy
fighting.
and Jarvis can't fight. Stop fighting. Which, of course, he dropped
Oh,
the bomb,
yes.
and then she's like,
And-
"Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, by the way, I do love the "do as Peggy says" in the first episode.
Just do as Peggy says. And everything will
When
be
in
fine.
doubt, do as Peggy says. In this series, do as Peggy says, and Better Call Saul, do as Mike says. Those are the only 4 words you need to follow in either one of these 2
Amen.
shows.
And I can't wait to get to Saul, because man,
Oh my
Mike and that episode.
goodness.
Anyway,
Oh,
focus,
yeah.
focus. We'll get there. Focus.
So yeah, in this episode, like, yeah, there was so much like weird, and I know they're trying to get back to the fact that it's a spy show, but they've been away from it being a spy show. That the double crossing seems almost out of place.
Yeah, no, and it was very over the top. He was like,
Oh,
"We're gonna
yes.
double cross you, so I can double cross you, but we're gonna fake that we're working together, but we're not really working together. But I'm really working on my own. But we all kind of have the same goal.
Yeah, and then
but-
we're gonna explode everything with the gamma
and then we're
cannon,
gonna blow everything up."
and not at all create a Hulk.
Oh, and that's what I was going to ask earlier. So when I was watching it on ABC.com,
This episode not sponsored by ABC.com.
yes, that's just where I watched it because
Cord cutter, yes.
Hulu has the 8-day holding
Yeah.
cell, whatever bull crap.
So-
Anyway, the very last scene, like they're in there fighting, the bomb's blowing up, and Ghost Dad busts into the room, and then my screen froze, and there was some noise, and then there was credits. So,
No, that was pretty much it. Like he
okay.
burst into the room, went all sorts of exploding venom, and then cut.
Okay, so
But
he was
just
exploding
as
venom. Like
but just
like I had him
as
kind of standing there, and then he
yeah,
froze.
basically
And
that was
then there
it.
were credits.
Yeah, like they
So there's
went
some venom
they
action.
um Dr. Dork said, one, and then he went exploding venom at the same time, and then that was it.
Beep 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 beep. Aha, they got you too. Why are you laughing?
And then obviously, as we found out 30 seconds later, that doesn't exactly stick. So
30 seconds later, what?
with the on next episode.
Oh. Well, no, of course it didn't stick because there's still one more episode.
Yeah, right.
We know
This
that.
isn't Game of Thrones. You don't
I
get
know.
you
Not
don't get
having
your
an
climax in
epilogue.
episode 9. You don't get an epilogue. No, it will literally cut you off and just make you start yelling at the TV, just like it did last season.
Seeing some initial feedback from the episode that just finished a few minutes ago.
It doesn't look promising.
Apparently things don't end well or cleanly, and we're not getting another season, so
Yeah,
that sucks.
I mean,
We'll see.
yeah. Now you get Howard Stark back again, so I mean, there's that.
Yeah, I saw him in the promo material.
Yep. I mean, you would think. I mean, Dominic Cooper. What is he doing that makes him so expensive? Like, other than looking like Leonardo DiCaprio. So help me God, Budlong, if you interrupt us again. He's King Lang Rin in the Warcraft movie.
That's what he's doing.
Dude. Oh my God. He's Jesse Custer in the Preacher series coming up.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that. So yeah, that's what he's doing.
God, that makes me ridiculously happy. Oh my God! Though I wish Need for Speed, the movie with Jesse Pinkman in it, was streaming because he plays a character called Dino Brewster in it. That's got to be streaming. How is that not streaming?
I don't know. It's not streaming
though. So yeah, sorry, that was a tangent. more having Dominic Cooper, and yes, apparently he's expensive. So.
Aw, crap. Yeah, right, aw, crap.
Yeah, right? Whatever you did to the exploder, don't undo it.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm done.
I'll try. Am I some kind
We're
of
not gonna
amateur?
murder
I can
people.
do it
It's
in
like,
two.
I don't care. There's an evil man and a lady who kills people with black space goop in there. And, other guy has already done some bad stuff. So let's just end this thing.
Yeah, let's
For
just kill it
once,
all.
like, Thompson's the one making sense.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Peggy. I know you like Mr.
Yeah.
Wilkes, but it's kind of a lost cause. Just let
Yeah,
it go.
at
Let's
this
just
point,
let the
yeah.
world not die, okay?
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, exactly. Just yeah. All right, Peggy, let it go. I understand. You've been black. You don't want to go back. I get it. But still.
Ah, you broke me.
All right.
Yes, I'm ready
Anything else
for.
on this? Because I really want to talk about Better Call Saul.
No, I'm ready. It's fine. Ready for the last
All right.
episode of Agent Carter. Bring it on. Let's have some good times.
So now we're moving on to Better Call Saul, and which our third chair has to say about this.
Jimmy McGill is back on track to becoming Saul Goodman after last week's literal and figurative switch. He keeps getting everything he thinks he wants. The car, the girl, the career, even his dickhead brother can't bring him down. Which is probably why the best part of this episode is the continuing storyline of Mike and incompetent Heisenberg. This week, Mike has to save Walter White from himself, and save himself from the bumbling nerd, by tracking down those baseball cards. A line that ends with Saul Goodman, in all but name, creatively getting him off with pie. No, not that pie.
Yes.
Oh, this episode.
Oh, this episode. This.
Brilliant.
Oh my God.
Absolutely brilliant.
How could this series be so good? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It should be physically impossible for this series to be this good.
Should we start with Mike or should we start with Jimmy and Kim? Where are we going to start?
Yes.
All right, I'll start with Jimmy and Kim because that one's
All right.
quicker.
Yeah.
They're so adorable.
They
I
are
love
the
it.
flirting, playing footsie, making out in parking
And the
garages.
whole,
It's so
all I can think
cute.
about is, oh, this is not going to end
No,
well.
she's going to die horribly. We all know this.
Like, all
Like,
this is so wonderful and cute and adorable, and
she's
all this
gonna
is going to end terribly.
because they also name dropped Tuco in this episode, so it would not surprise me that she shows up when Tuco's doing something and just absolutely gets butchered. Like this is
Something like
not
that.
going to end well
No,
at all.
this is not going to end well.
Which I'm surprised. Like they haven't had any really violent deaths in this series so far. Like they haven't had any deaths at all, have they?
There was the guy that, was it Nacho? No. Tuco. Somebody got.
Oh,
no,
the,
they weren't
the
killed.
brothers
That's
got
right.
beat. The
They
brothers
just
got beat.
The brothers, the Scam brothers, got beat up.
Yeah, the skater scammers got beat
Yeah.
up, and that was it. So
The
yeah,
salsa,
like
the salsa on the rug. That's right. He didn't
Yeah.
die. He just got.
No.
he just got
Paralyzed.
beat down.
So yeah, it's yeah. So there's not been any deaths there's not been any deaths yet. So it's just kind of building up because we all know it's going to happen. Something really clicks Jimmy from being Jimmy to Saul, and I'm gonna I would stake my life on it that it's Kim's death.
Yeah, something's gonna push that over the edge.
Yeah. You don't switch from what he's doing right now to Saul Goodman without something major happening. And the only one that I could think of is Kim dying, or maybe possibly Chuck dying,
Or both.
or both. Yeah, Tuco rams into one. They're in the same car together, and Tuco shoots up the car or something. I don't know. There has to be a reason why he becomes Saul and why he is so afraid of Tuco in Breaking Bad.
That dude's crazy.
Yes. So
Oh, I thought you were someone else. Okay. Yeah, never mind. What are you doing?
yeah, I am loving watching those two together though, playing footsie and flirting. It is so great,
Which-
and heavily hinting that she wants him to move in with him, and
Yeah, get a house in the middle. Some nice open floor plan.
so no walls can block my chi.
No walls disrupting my chi.
Yeah, something has to happen, and in proper Gilligan way of doing things, they're just stringing us along. It's like the airplane thing in season 3 of Breaking Bad, just stringing us along until the very end when all of it, he's just pulling this rubber band so tight and it's just gonna snap and it's gonna.
Season 2.
Season 2, yeah, sorry.
And and she gives him the mug.
Yeah, the mug, the world's second greatest lawyer. Oh.
Oh, and then they have the little metaphor there, but fits perfectly in his crappy old car, but in his new shiny fancy car, it won't fit in the cup holder.
Yeah.
Huh? Must be meant.
Yeah, that wasn't symbolism at all.
Yes, there's always symbolism. Enjoy your symbolism.
Hmm. Oh yes. So yeah, I mean that was cute. It was great to see Chuck back again. I always like
Chuck's
seeing him.
back. And speaking of symbolism, we introduced to him playing the piano, and then we're introduced to Jimmy's boss playing the guitar, and that's how
Yeah.
they blow off steam apparently.
Apparently.
That's got to mean something. I'm not sure what it means, but it means something.
Something. Eventually, we'll find out.
Musical connection.
Musical connection.
There's a music connection. Maybe they start a band together.
And then the building blows up or something with them at a concert. Except Jimmy's at Sandy Ridge or whatever. I just kind of want something horrible to happen so the tension breaks.
It's something to happen. Something.
But I mean, it's great leading up to it. This is the greatest anxiety I have ever felt. Okay.
So we got.
So
Now let's
they're
talk
cute.
about incompetent Heisenberg, which is my
Oh,
favorite thing.
God, yes.
Good job, Darren.
Walter White. That was amazing.
Walter White.
Oh my God.
Sold my baseball cards. So you went to the cops. Yes.
Yeah, of course I went to the cops. Why wouldn't I? I went to them as me, not as a criminal. You're new to this, so I'm gonna give you some hints.
Listen to Mike.
Please listen to Mike.
But I have an appointment.
Then
Cancel your
break
appointment.
it.
Don't answer the phone when they call you back.
Oh my god.
I'll get you baseball cards.
Yes. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Oh, it's gonna cost you.
Oh, I'm not doing it for free.
But just the way that he said it, oh, it's going to cost you. And it did. His Playamobile's gone.
It's gone. You gotta give it the good wax. Make sure you only give the premium. Best stuff for all girls. Like, yeah, I'll let the
All the
chop
guys
shop
at the chop
know.
shop know. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Why?
What?
God, that guy. Oh.
This concludes our business.
I still have a feeling, though, that storyline's not over. Something's going to happen to him.
Probably. It's never that easy.
No. It's like you have officially pissed Tuco's gang off, because I never can remember his name, like Dicebag or whatever the hell his name is.
Nacho?
Nacho.
How can you not remember Nacho?
Don't know.
Ignacio.
I don't know. Dice. Don't. I love his dad too, man. In this episode.
I was like,
Ignacio. Yeah.
No. Tell him not to do that. It's
And don't try an upsell.
And don't try and upsell the poor guy too. It's like, yeah, I think you just need a new car, buddy.
No, Mike's not
how'd you
allowed to
find
get
me? It's like, yeah. Mike just gives him a look. You know?
Yeah, like come on, dude. Seriously. Mike effing Ermintrout, man.
My hero, dude. My hero.
Right?
MIKE exclamation point.
Oh my god, yes. I'm still trying to figure out if they're gonna pay off the "I had a guy, you're not my guy, you're not the guy" line from Breaking Bad.
I'm trying
When Mike's
remember
talking to
though.
Jesse, when Jesse's like, "I'm your guy, bitch," and Mike's like, "I had a guy, you're not the guy."
Ah.
I just want every single one of Mike's lines to be paid off. Like, I basically just want more Mike.
Come on.
Is what I'm getting at here.
Is his guy the one that got his throat cut with the box cutter? Is
I
that
don't
his
know.
guy?
I
I
don't
can't remember
know.
that dude's name.
I still want more antics of Falter White and Mike just running around doing things. Like, I want to see what his next, what incompetent Heisenberg's next scam is going to be, or what he's going to do. That's just
Yes. But it all culminates with, Mike calling in a favor, and Saul Goodman shows up, son.
yeah.
Saul Goodman shows up.
Oh yeah. Man.
Guys, we're just four friends. Let's sit down, have a chat. Be fine. Work everything out.
And yeah, Dale was right there. That is Saul all but a name. Like,
No, I even had that note. I was like, we have our first official appearance of Saul Goodman here.
yeah, just not named that. Also, am I the only one sad that Mrs. Nguyen's gone now, and we're not going to have Jimmy yelled at for drinking the cucumber water anymore?
She's not gone forever.
I do like how all the girls were freaking out about the car. She's just like, everybody, shut up and get back in here. She's so great. Oh my goodness.
And a hug goodbye. All times? No. Alright.
Oh my goodness. And when the metronome was going for Chuck, by the way, I was expecting Jimmy to just be over near the wall, just flicking the light. Like,
Switch, man. It's got to be a
The
payoff
switch,
for
yeah.
that switch.
it has to be, man. You focused on that for far too long. Like,
There's probably not going to be a payoff for the switch.
probably not.
No.
No.
I wouldn't. There probably won't be.
Probably not. If it came in earlier in the first episode, I could see it, but Yeah, there's probably it's probably just going to be a thing that annoys all the fans all season. At the end of the season, you're just like, what the hell happened to the Switch? What did the Switch do?
What does the Switch do? Anyways,
Also,
videos,
Jimmy
they're
didn't
of a
get his
very,
Coca-Cola.
they're very private matter.
Yes, very private.
You keep saying that. So what's on? It's just that he exchanges with a male associate of his. Like porn? That's more of a. It's not that. It just goes and goes on. And
Yes.
the squat cobbler, which
God.
just.
Right, dude. Oh my god.
If that was an original idea from the writers, that does now exist, I assure you.
Yes, it is now internet canon. It will be there forever. I'm surprised if 4chan has not already started something on it already. Oh man. So what other news do you
For
have?
squat cobbling?
Squatcobbler.reddit.com. Hold on. Safe search reddit.com/r/squat cobbler.
Oh, please.
Squat cobbler. Hold on. Waiting. Come on. Give me something. I'm going to guess no. Oh, you must be 18 or older to view this community. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Nice white frosted cake submitted 8 days ago. I can't believe this sub isn't full yet. Submitted 7 days ago. Pie slab submitted 8 days ago.
Thank you, Internet.
Okay, I'm gonna link something in the chat to you. You'll want to do a safe search. It's kind of NSFW, but it's not bad actually. It's not what I was expecting.
Are there tears? Are there tears?
No.
You can do this in an incognito. Oh man.
Yeah, it's not anything horrible.
God.
Is it, or is it not? Nothing really horrible. There's a dude spanking a woman's bare rump with a pie. So I mean, you got that going for you, which is nice. For people outside of the got her right in the pie hole. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Budlong.
Oh man.
All right. Did you
We've
have any more
uncovered
notes?
a dark part of the internet.
Welcome to Reddit, the dark part of the internet.
I don't really have anything else other than blinking neon sign of I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah, it says I'm a drug dealer.
Which is just Mike being awesome, and fishing trip, which is also just Mike.
Mike being awesome.
Mike being awesome. So.
All right, folks. So on that note, before we
I guess we did have the little headbutting at the end between Jimmy and Kim.
Yeah.
Fabricating evidence.
Yeah, that won't last though.
Fabricated evidence? It's wrong. You get in trouble. Yeah. Like, really? You're upset about this? I made a video of a guy sitting in a pie crying. Come on.
All right, so on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a really quick message from our sponsor, Patreon.
Like my friend Kanye, I know one truth about business. You don't get rich by spending your own money. But as I said to him or her, you don't go asking one billionaire for $53 million. You ask 53 million regular people for $1. And to do this, you can go to geek-io.net/Patreon so that we can invest your cash in making this network great. Remember, I am rich. Kanye and I can go cruising the streets of LA in our gold-coated Land Rovers while sipping on Cristal and her twin sister Amber. But we're still very much in debt and need your money. geek-io.net/Patreon.
Still so great. All right, so welcome back.
Welcome back.
So the second part of the show, as Rit always, is the challenge shows where Jared and I talk about what we have been watching lately that the other may or may not have been watching. Jazz, what you got for me?
Okay, so there's this thing on Netflix that people are talking about. They're really excited about it. It's called Fuller, Fluler,
Fjorder House! Night Fjorder!
Fuller House. I think it's like a sequel to Man in the High Castle or something.
Yes,
Maybe a
it's
prequel.
exactly what it is. It's a prequel. It's a prequel to Man in a High Castle, yes.
No. I'm talking about Fuller House because I watched the pilot because
Yay.
because my wife grew up loving Full House. Like she adores it. It's like one of her most favorite things from her childhood. So, and I too watched a lot of Full House as a kid because my sister and my mom were really into it, but
Yeah.
I never liked it ever.
Yeah, we were definitely not the target demographic growing
No,
up for
I mean,
that show.
I saw a lot of it.
Yeah,
Because it
me
was
too.
just on at my house. It's like I
Yeah.
said, my sister and my mom were watching it all the time. Plus, you know, I thought DJ was hot and I was 8.
Yes.
So I watched it and I remember it.
Boobies! Preteen boobies.
I didn't say that. That was you. Just want to make that clear. Anyway, Katie really was really excited about the Fuller House thing coming, and so I watched it with her because, you know, why not? Let's see what they're doing here. And holy crap, if you really, really, really loved Full House and thought it was just the bee's knees, you're gonna like this show a lot because they haven't really changed anything. Like it's just as cheesy. The acting's just as hit or miss. It's shot the same way, and it is like the most highly concentrated form of nostalgia that I have ever seen. Like
So
it just plays to that audience as hard as it can, dude.
be
like-
lucky you don't have a daughter or didn't have a daughter who was viewing age for Girl Meets World, because that's right up there too.
And I liked Boy Meets World. And I watched a little bit of Girl Meets World, but I couldn't really get into it. Plus, I didn't have a Disney Channel, so I couldn't really watch it. But
Yeah, fair.
I checked
Yeah,
it. But I did like Boy Meets World.
I heard the same thing
Plus
about Fuller
Topanga.
House.
Yeah.
Somehow
was-
still aged incredibly well.
Yeah, I know.
And we'll leave it at that.
Anyway, so, but I mean, it was fine. Like, it wasn't great. I didn't love it, but Katie just thought it was amazing. And she loved it. And it just plays to that if you are a Full House fan, it will play to your nostalgia as hard as it can. And it apparently works.
I'll probably get around to watching it eventually.
Yeah,
but
especially
it's-
the full season because they like brought almost the whole cast back. Everybody who agreed to come back. Basically.
That's good. You got good old racist Bob Saget. Hasn't done anything since Full House. Dave Coulier. John, I
Stamos.
used to work all the time. Stamos.
Which is weird.
Except
how
for Mary
much-
Kate and Ashley Olsen, because
Yeah, basically
they like
everyone
had
but
this
Mary
mess.
Kate and Ashley Olsen, and they even reference that in this episode. It's like, oh, it's a shame Michelle couldn't make it. It's like, oh, she's too busy in New York running her fashion empire. And then literally the entire cast turned to the fourth wall.
and wave.
No, didn't wave. Did everything but wave. And I was like, okay, yeah, we get it.
They all stare at the camera, glaring at it. Like,
I'm talking to you, Mary Kate and Ashley. It's like, really? You couldn't sell out for just a few hours to come down here and, fine. It's fine.
be that way.
Be
We
that
want you
way.
here anyway.
We don't care. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
If you're expecting, hardcore nostalgia and basically redoing Full House in a way, it's exactly what you're gonna get. And if you loved Full House, you'll love this. I didn't love Full House. I don't love this, but it was fine. And other than that, I watched the Oscars, and that was fun too.
Yay, Oscars.
Enjoyed
all
the
sorts
Chris
of-
Rock hosting. I thought that
Yeah.
was fine. He,
all sorts of Black Lives Matter and everything like that up in there.
Yeah, I
Though
mean,
this was statistically speaking the most racially diverse Oscars that we've had in a long time. It just happened that there were no actual black people there, but apparently, and I'll agree with Scott Johnson on this one. Just because we were dicks to black people, that it's the reason why anybody cares. Nobody cared that it's like, oh, a Pakistani woman got freaking Oscar for honor killing movie, a movie about honor killings, and the
Yeah.
first South Korean won an Oscar, and the first time Chile has ever been at the Oscars was this year. Like, this is one of the most racially diverse, or nationally diverse at least, Oscars that they've had in a while. But
it's the way it worked out. I mean, it sucks, but Chris Rock explained it pretty well, and I thought it was fine. And he was a little irreverent and reverent at the same time, and it was. I thought it was
I
fine.
see what you did there.
And he had his bright white tux on.
I did get to see. I like Tracy Morgan's thing. I'm glad he's still. I'm glad he's still.
I missed
doing
that
all right.
completely.
Yeah, he did a skit. For which movie did he do? One of the movies. But yeah, I saw him and I'm like, I'm glad he's still working at least. And I was legitimately concerned that he was never going to get back in front of a camera.
Yeah, he's slowly coming back more and more. Where did he first show up at? The
30
Emmys?
Rock, really? Oh.
No, like after the accident he was in.
Yeah, okay. Never had an Asian woman win an Oscar. Last nomination was 80 years ago from Bud Long.
There you go. And who was that?
Somebody who probably did not get actual credit for the movie that she worked on. Because this and white people were dicks to everybody who wasn't white back then.
It's all right, Ben. We're just all being dicks. But what did
Yes.
you watch, CJ? What have you been up to?
I, as my typical want to do, and I should take down my Better Call Saul one. Let's start with Lucifer, because that's the one I actually have on my list of check marks. So, Lucifer continues to grow as is par for the course for shows that we abandon. Again, this is just like last week where there is a murder, but it's quickly swept off to the side, and then we have character development. We have plot progression, character development, and the murder's like, oh yeah, that dude got murdered. It's okay, this is what happened. And then moving on. So it continues to be funny. It's starting to get more darker, which is nice to see in a show named Lucifer. But it's still not super dark. It's still shticky and funny, and the writing is still gamey as a duck on Christmas.
A duck on Christmas is gamey?
Yeah, gamey.
Oh, I get you.
So I mean, it's still really good. We're getting to the point where we found out that Lucifer really hates being called Samael, which is his angel name. He really hates that, and Principal Robin Hood, Angel Wood is like, yeah, just keep calling him this and see what happens. And his, nympho psychiatrist just kept calling him it, and eventually he just snapped. But yeah, so I mean, you had character development with Chloe, you had character development with Detective Dick, you even had character development with Trixie. So, and then character progression on what she's supposed to be from Maze. So, I mean, all around, it's still a really good show. It's just a shame that when we were watching it, it was just cop drama. So, moving on to Supergirl. finally paying off freaking comic book lore a little bit. So they did the previews last week, and they're like, "Hey, you only saw the Brainiac symbol." I'm like, "They're bringing Brainiac in?" And then they showed a woman. I'm like, "Oh, they're bringing Lady Brainiac, Brainiac 8, Indigo." And in this episode, yes, it's Indigo, the living internet. Just, oh my god, it was so nice to see.
So they didn't actually
No, they didn't tease and just
Twist
rip it
you.
away from you.
twist it out,
Like they
rip it out
did.
from under your feet. Ah, I fooled you.
You thought it was Indigo, but really it's Madam Mask. What?
Wait, what?
It's Steel. What? And it's Shaquille O'Neal Steel. Like straight up that one. Ah, you thought it was Lady. You thought it was that one. Ha ha ha. But no, in this episode was like kind of drama filled, and that was not as good. As you've heard with me complain about Arrow, the more drama in an episode, the less punchy, the less interested I am, and this one kind of got drama-y. Not Arrow season 1 level, but like close to. So, I mean, not much to say on this one. I like where the series is going. I like the drop-ins from the comic books. You had the Fortress of Solitude in this one.
What?
Yeah. I thought we were going to get Kal-El in this one because they showed him in the previews, but no, we didn't get that. We did get explained why Kara got knocked to the Phantom Zone and got out of the Phantom Zone. So, there's that. So, I mean, yeah, you're obviously ramping up to this one also having a season finale here soon, so... Yay, Supergirl.
Hooray for Supergirl. Things happening.
I'm still glad it's a thing. Alright, so, on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. You didn't watch any Flash or Arrow, did you?
No.
Okay. Didn't figure with your
Didn't.
preoccupation on DJ. Alright, so, you can get in touch with the show at Gmail, or you can email the show at geekio@gmail.com. Twitter and Facebook are both /geekio show. You can give us a call on the Geek Hotline at 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. Our website, which has all of our show notes and everything else that you could possibly want and more, geek-io.net/spoiler show. And you can help support us and the entire Geek.io network by going over to geek-io.net/Amazon and ordering anything off of there. A little bit comes back our way, doesn't cost you anything else. Or patreon.com/geek.io.
Amazon. We have show titles.
Do
you want to hear them?
I do.
Here we go. Drown Popeye in Spinach. Played the Big Purple Button. Steampunk Gamma Gun. Free Don's Plum. Magical Mathematics. Super Gleed. Dr. Dork. Exploding Venom. Incompetent Heisenberg. Musical Connection. And prequel to Man in the High Castle.
Go!
What's that? I don't know what's going on.
See,
with
you
my throat
you talked about you talked about Fuller House, and all of a sudden you got transported back to puberty.
today. It's prepubescent all over again. And now we have another show title.
Yes, we do. All right, folks.
Prepubescent all over again. There we go.
All right, folks. On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We will see you next week right here on the Small Screen Spoiler Show. Budlong, play the outro.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This podcast is a part of the Geek.io Media Network. Copyright 2016.
That's it. Bye, everybody. Hit the
Peace
buttons.
out.